mad.
But this girl right
I'm just
here,
like,
so
trying to
mad.
make it worse.
remember how I told you I flaked on her and I felt so
Right.
bad?
Yes.
So I did it myself twice or maybe three times in the
times.
last 2 weeks to you, and you were you messed up.
No, you have not.
I invited you to dinner with
yes,
me and Jason.
it was like
I invited you
out the blue,
to
though. That doesn't.
Akbar. Out the blue don't count?
No.
Not
Not when we made plans to go do something, and then I'm out of town, and you like, oh, come with me and Jason. I'm out of town, or I just came back into town.
All right, well, I was going to buy you dinner. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's fine.
And
but
you blew it.
No, I didn't blow it. He invited me at the last minute, like some you stuff.
Oh, I forgot. This is the thing with her. This girl needs like a month.
Oh Lord.
Who has a month to invite you somewhere to something like? And then if you know what? Our lunch date or plans or whatever you want to call it, it wasn't a month planned out. It was not even maybe a week at the most.
It was like,
a couple
like
days.
It was like the end of the week before.
Yeah, it was like, listen, we got together on a Thursday, right?
Like a Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday
or Thursday.
I think it was a Thursday because Friday was our.
Oh,
because
I didn't get my medication. It was a Thursday.
It was a Thursday, and it was like Monday or something. Like, hey, you want to get lunch this week? I said, okay, cool. I'm not free this day. I'm free this day. Whatever. Like, okay, let's do Thursday. Okay, cool. So it was that was last minute for you because it was like from Tuesday.
No, a few days in advance is fine, but the day of, or even sometimes the day before, if I already have something that I got to do, then I already have something planned.
I'm going to call Your Honor. I'd like to bring to the stand myself where I would tell them. We were going to go see RuPaul's Drag Race at Akbar, and when that was planned, and then I could not go,
planned.
and then I said, we'll go next. We said, we'll go see you next week, and then I sat there and watched it without the Jean.
Yeah.
Next
I got
week,
the time mixed up.
Okay.
East Coast, West Coast.
Always. Always.
Yes, I did.
And I was going to pay.
But flake for flake, so we're even.
I had excuses. I had real excuses.
Okay. Well, I had a really...
I had to take my boyfriend to the hospital, okay?
Well, I thought it was... How was I supposed to know it's Eastern time? How am I supposed to know they're showing the Eastern showing? I didn't know that.
All right.
It's your show. You watch it. How do you not know when it comes on?
I watch it in Pacific time when it comes on my time. Huh? Thank you.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy. I knew that was... I wanted to make sure that you knew that we had lunch.
I know.
You.
And it really doesn't bother me. I'm happy that you guys spend quality time.
It's fun. It bothers you a little bit. But not really, but a little bit.
Not as much as you think.
No.
Not as much as you think.
No, I don't think it bothers you.
But I will say this. Me and Pip have hung out lots of times on whims. We've gone to lunch and breakfast and brunch.
Making me so uncomfortable right now.
And all kinds of stuff. So I don't feel bad at all.
I have a boyfriend. Both of you all.
I've got to spend all my times with my bro, and we go do fun stuff in our local neighborhood. So,
That's all right. I'm gonna get Shar's contact info before she leaves, and we gonna hang out. I'm gonna take her to lunch.
That's fine. That's great.
She said she's available.
Yeah. Take her. You'll bring her back. You'll bring her back.
You'll bring her back. Oh.
You'll bring her back.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, guys, we are like so behind. So let's go ahead and try to get to our first phone call. Okay, and now we have our first caller, who is also a member of the Red Rock Podcast Network family.
All right.
None other than my man, Mr. Latone Hart. Give it up.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome.
Big stretch mark, Big Daddy collusion. That's right.
So for you guys who don't know, Latone Hart is a radio personality down in Louisiana for the last so many years, but he's been in a lot of different markets around the city, and he's super talented. He had
around the country.
That's right.
Around the country.
That's right.
Around the city, around the country. Yes, a lot of markets around the country, and he's super talented. Has one of the best podcasts, even though he does not publish. He will publish like one episode a year, but it's still like one of the best podcasts ever to hit the airwaves. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I'm honored to call him my brother, my friend, my co-host of The Pot of Thrones.
Yes, and to know him.
And to know him is to love him and laugh at his crazy ass.
And his other show is the 7:30 show. You didn't say this.
I'm sorry. Yes, his show, his podcast is the 7:30 show. And even
I love that show.
Even though it's still he doesn't publish all the time. it's timeless. So you can go back and you can listen to it, and you will still laugh your ass off.
Yeah, definitely.
It's well put together.
It's super well produced.
Well, I appreciate that. After all that, man, I need a napkin. I mean,
nothing wrong with a little ball washing first thing in the morning.
Hey, man, I'm not expecting it. Premature. Good grief.
Well, we have made no secret on the Shiznit Show or the Red Rock Podcast Network how much, we love and admire you and respect your craft. And, you are a talent. So, and, I've begged him to, keep his podcast current and to keep it up and whatever else, because it makes my day.
It's a really good show.
It's oh my God, it's awesome.
Y'all make me feel bad I don't do it.
That's the idea.
Good.
That's the idea.
Do more content.
Yeah, let's guilt his ass into making podcasts.
More shows.
So enjoyable.
You know what's crazy is like every week I have a whole show in my mind and I just don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Well, I know the reason why. Because he doesn't.
There's lots of reasons.
Yeah.
Why is the reason? You tell me. Let's analyze myself.
Okay, the reason why is because you love doing the creative part of it, but you hate doing the production part of it.
I do.
I know.
I you're right. Like if I could just sit at the mic and blah blah blah, and somebody else would do it, produce it up, it'd be a show, 2-3 shows a week.
Right, there you go.
But you can hear the work that you put in. I mean, not that it's overworked. You can hear like the love and it's well done.
The quality.
It's quality. Thank you, Dino. It's well done.
That's why I enjoy the Pot of Thrones, because I can just sit back and do all the work.
That's the one reason why he will never quit the Pot of Thrones, because he just shows up. Speaking of which, bro, we gotta get together and decide when we're going to do our recap.
We need to do the whole season.
We mean the whole series.
We need to do all 67 episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we talked about. We'll probably do like two episodes, and like maybe the first episode do first season through third season, and then the fourth season through seventh season on the second episode. That's what I'm thinking.
We could do that because people. I've put a lot of people onto that podcast. People like listening to the old episodes and asking me questions. And I'm like, look, man, the show's not on. Man.
Right.
I'm not thinking about that right now.
It's funny. Macy Williams, the one who plays Arya Stark, the actress who plays Arya Stark, she's going around encouraging people to rewatch the at least the first season, if not the whole series, because she was saying that this 8th season, there's so many things that are related to the first season. So we're already headed again. I just finished watching the whole series again.
I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of connections. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And so Latone actually read the books as well.
Oh, wow.
So he's coming from an even deeper knowledge base, and he's watched every episode several times like I have.
I tried to read the first book.
So I read books with 1,000 pages in it. Yeah, that's what it is.
You're invested. You really invested.
I worked at HBO when they were developing this project, and I started to read the first book. Mm-hmm. And then I realized I needed a life. I didn't have time. That was a second job.
The first book is the easiest one to read.
Really?
Like, it's the most interesting. Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
The first one, they get tough.
See, I felt like it was a second job reading that damn book.
Dino would love it because it's lots of exposition, and it's all from single person perspective.
Right. So this is basically, we're in April now, and it premieres the 14th. So we got to get cracking, bruh. After this show, I'm gonna contact you, and we'll set up when we're going to go ahead and do those recap episodes.
Like Prince said, sometimes it snows in April.
It better not.
It better not.
Well, it does.
Not on my good hair.
All right, man.
Where I'm from.
Well, we're not going to keep you long. Thank you so much for taking time out of your early Sunday morning to join us.
Well, I'm in the Bible, so I'm going to be accused of being a sinner and talking on no podcast on Sunday.
Well, at least
I'm supposed to be tithing. I'm in a Catholic state, so I'm supposed to be having Lent right now, and they're supposed to be fasting from this debauchery of the Shiznit Show.
Well, at least you're not drinking on a Sunday morning on a podcast like the rest of us.
I'm getting lit right now.
Well, I'm hanging out with you heathens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, I am the king of heathens.
Yeah, we're not fast.
You are.
Yeah,
you are
definitely
the
not.
gay R. Kelly. Jeffy has the gay Tupac.
Oh my God, that is why I love you.
I'm gonna go bite somebody, and I'm gonna be the gay Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
All right, Tone, brother. Thanks again for popping in. We'll talk to you later.
That is why I love Tone.
All right, my man.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
That was fun.
Shout out. Big
Yeah, shout out. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and play one of our voicemails from one of our people. Okay, so these voicemails aren't, just so you guys know, they're not in any particular order of our favorites or anything like that. They're just in alphabetical order according to the title of the message. Just so you know, just FYI. We love all these people. We don't have any favorites. Well, we do, but we're not going to tell you who they are. BTG.
Hey, man, this is Cicero Holmes of the award-winning Spawn on Me podcast, 200 episodes of the Shiznit Show. I know that when I am having a rough day and the day is the illest, I need to hang out with my boy Dino Red and the rest of the cats over at the Shiznit Show. 200 episodes. Congratulations. Y'all keep doing it, and maybe one day you guys will be on the radio just like us, Spawn on Me podcast. Check you guys out. Love you, Dino. You guys are doing dope stuff, man. I love what y'all do. Shiznit is crazy. 200.
All right, Cicero. First of all, let me say I just love his name, Cicero. That's a dope name. That's not the kind of name that when you doing one of the stories that we do, like out of Florida or some other place where there's some crazy fuckery going on, and they have a name like, Lakeith, and you say, well, you got to blame the parents because they named him Lakeith. Right. What the hell else did you expect him to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, his parents named him Cicero. Cicero.
Well, that's an ancient name.
And yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's classy. It's it's beautiful. And look at him. He's a positive black man doing big things. Grew his podcast to the point where it's on the radio. Don't think we didn't notice the plugs, the shameless plugs.
I was getting there, but I was gonna let you finish. Is he giving him the praise? Is
he giving us props, or is he giving himself props, or he's doing both at the same time?
I was like, is he trying to say he wants us to be on the radio too? What is he saying? Is that an aspiration of ours? But
no, he's just giving himself props. But I'm not mad at him.
Definitely not mad.
He's got a bomb-ass, world-class podcast.
It's amazing.
And I am happy for him and his brothers and all their success. The Spawn on Me podcast. If you are a gamer, or that type of, if you're in that type of culture, check you out, Spawn on Me podcast, and you will not be disappointed. Cicero Holmes, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Shout out. Thank you. Feeling all the love right now.
All the love in the world belongs to us.
Thank you.
Yes, and I am feeling.
I'm about to leave out of here like. Oh,
I'm feeling the love and the Bacardi.
How many mimosas have I had?
Is there more love? Is there more live love?
There is more live love. In fact, I think we have the big. Well, I'm not going to say who it is just in case we don't connect with them. But we'll, as a matter of fact, since we're behind, let's go ahead and get with our next live love person, crew. Whoever. Okay, next up we have on the show somebody who's kind of relatively new, to our crew, to our podcast family that rocks with us. John Buchanan formerly of the Brand X podcast. Now,
what?
Yeah, well, remember that ended because Deuce left, and then he got a new crew, and so John is back with the show that's called John, I'm sorry, help me. I've had a lot to drink. The unbelievably stupid podcast.
Yes.
It's like 11 o'clock in the morning over there.
Oh my God!
It's not even 11.
It's true.
It's not.
It's Dejan's fault.
Everything is always my fault.
Well, no, not everything. Just this.
Oh.
Well, not just this. There's a lot of other things.
Exactly.
But not everything.
But a lot of things. John, here's what's funny about this. Like, I didn't want to drink at all, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a drink, but I've been drinking all week, so I'm already like.
You just rolling your buzz?
Yeah, it's all good.
Your buzz just rolling over?
It's all good. This is from Monday.
Yeah, because you got your tolerances up. See, me, I don't drink that much. So, and I'm a big-ass rum and
yeah,
Bacardi.
Dino, I'm with you. It takes I'm a real cheap date. It takes like 1 or 2 drinks, and then I can't read things and say complete sentences. So John, I feel you.
So John, before we get too far in, tell people the name of your show. I think I said it, but I want you to say it correctly. The Unbelievably Stupid Podcast.